balance. I'm actually gonna swap one talent. Don't need the shorter sun. Well, that's a good thing, Werecat. Wouldn't say that yelling is my coaching style at all, but I'll definitely be reaffirming it to you in a positive way and give you, you know, fun tips and tricks to remember it constantly. Having that extra voice in your head will definitely kind of drill it into you.
He's a lot like Austin Powers. Yes, yes, no, no.
Okay. Do I make you Randy, baby?
So, this is my first time dealing with this Bama. The story I've been telling you as it's been unfolding. Just, it's so funny to me. It's like, it's silly. I don't get it. I don't get why people make the choices they make. So I'm doing my job and I'm figuring out what's going on and tracking what's happening, what activities are happening on the call center. And I noticed that the two agents are in a call internally, and they're supposed to be on queue, ready to take inbound calls. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what this is. And they are plotting the mutiny against me.
Trying to do very little damage to them so they can ramp. There we go. Need more. Go.
That they do realize when things, they literally tell other people that their calls are recorded.
Yep. Yeah.
I think.
So okay, here's the thing. Is those calls are internal calls for some reason are not recorded. I'm gonna change that tomorrow when I go in the office. Yeah, so it wasn't recorded, but I was there watching it, tracking it live, so I monitored it live. So I heard the conversation as it was happening.
What is their plan for mutiny?
So basically, they're unhappy. Well, okay, so there's a mixture of things. So there's two people who don't want to do their work the right way. They want to do less work. And they're convinced that doing it the way they were doing it before equals less work, yet keeping their job. And then the other one is an older, much more senior agent, and I think he's just jealous that he didn't get the promotion.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So they're basically like, what they've been doing all day is not responding to me when I message them, and changing their status to unavailable, other than when they need to take a call. And just not responding to me at all.
So they're being maliciously compliant, basically.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what in the hell? Why? I'm so chill, too. Like, I just want the things done that are supposed to be done.
Because people, unless there's two types of people: the people that like chill people and the people that like hard ass. There's no
or required.
I was gonna say I don't think anybody likes it, but some people do require that drill sergeant. You know, like, and I get it. You know, if you're just real stubborn and hard-headed, and you want me to yell at you, like in coaching, for example, like sure I could do it. It's just not who I am naturally. I'm just a nice guy, but like some people need that. I've honestly yet to have that kind of person though, that I couldn't coach my way. So.
I'm sure when I dig my hands in on them one-on-one, I'll get some sort of results. But this is a behavior pattern that they've been allowed to ingrain for years.
Oh, for sure.
So it's going to take some time.
Well, that's kind of like what I do when I'm coaching people in keys. It's whether you're brand new and you were creating new habits from scratch and teaching you from the ground up, or even more difficult but necessary is breaking bad habits. You know, players make bad habits over time, and you just get used to making those habits, and it's time to make new habits, you know, and kind of recertify those.
So what's the best way of dealing with those orbs, Bama? Because I know they just one-shot
Stunning
groups,
them
I think.
and killing them. That's all you can do. Stun and kill. And interrupt the expulse, obviously. Never, ever, 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 ever let that go off. If one goes off in a key this size, Holbert said.
Watch your feet.
Yeah, man. Nice one.
Watch your feet.
Sanguine's so annoying. I didn't pull that yet, did I? Nope. Stunning. Now I did.
Is Sanguine your least effects that you hate, or?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. It's just really annoying. Like, I mean, I honed my skills in BFA when Sanguine was really sanguine. Like, I mean, I timed a couple of 25 Waycrest manners, you know, and like Sanguine,
It's just the most work-intensive
horrible.
for a thing.
It is. I mean, no kidding, because even with Nox, if you notice, when they're like under 20% health, I am constantly adjusting. Like, see, that one died a little too fast, but normally they're a little closer in health pool. See, that one's about to die. I'm already moving. I'm moving. You know, like if you're not constantly moving, then you're gonna fuck shit up because people are just gonna stand there and get tons of heals. Like when Sanguine's your top healer overall in the dungeon, you're not timing dungeons. It's just how it is. Especially not at this size, because it just wastes massive amounts of time. But Sanguine used to last 3 minutes, you know, back in BFA. So you get into a big Waycrest key and kill in those hallways because the Sanguine would be so thick and it was 2 minutes. Like, you couldn't get past. Like, you literally could not jump over anything without dying. So it would be like GG's if you had to stand there and wait 2 whole minutes for that hallway to clear, you know, to get past it. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I learned how to handle it really fast and get good at it and kind of place it. Because otherwise, you're kind of fucked, you know, if you place it poorly in that hallway. Not to mention, it's super embarrassing when you're a tank that, you know, is learning and you're trying your best, but you need some practice because you're dropping things at Sanguine and healing that one all the way up and trying to get that one out and healing that one all the way. You know, it's like, fuck, this shit will not die. You know, like, there is an art to it. Example now, they're all low health, you know, moving, adjusting. Oh, he jumped away. I don't want to pull him to the Sanguine, so I go a little bit left there. Like, it's all a game of angles.
Do you think like DKs have an easier time with Sanguine at times?
DKs? I mean, yes and no. Yes, they're one of the tanks that have a grip, like Monk, Drop, and DK grip are by far the 2 best things just to pull something straight up out that won't move. But at the same time, DKs are wheelchairs and are not very fast. So you are moving, like, even though, yeah, I'm moving a lot of my warrior, I'm a little faster than DK as far as placing things ahead of time. So if I'm proactive, I'm better on my warrior than a DK. If I'm reactive, you're better on a DK than a warrior. If that makes sense.
Watch your feet.
Okay.
And Monk would be just the best. I mean, for this week, Monk would be the best. Bring a piece, OP. Short cooldown, gets everything out, use it ahead of time. You actually spread everything out as it dies. Like, if you drop your Ring of Peace, if everything's at 5% health, and everybody keeps, you know, hitting them for like 2 seconds, drop the ring, it spreads them all out, and they instantly die, and nobody ever gets healed. Like, it's like the perfect thing ever.
Okay.
Mueller and I in here were laughing because we both hit the Transmorpher beacon, and we got like, they got the male version of this, you know, looking Scarlet Monastery, and I got the female version. We're like, oh, we matched. Kind of funny.
Here's the 2 last bosses of the Scarlet Monastery. Congratulations.
That's right. Oh, I guess this was a boss in Scarlet Monastery, huh? The lady.
The lady and the warrior.
I remember him. I should remember her.
I was tripping so hard for a second. I'm like, that's not Scarlet Monastery. That's Halls of Infusion. What are you talking about? Because I'm watching your stream.
Yes. He's like, wait. Take what out? The dart, man. You got a fucking dart in your neck. That shit is not cool.
3, 2, 1.
You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy. Leap yet. Come on, leap. There we go.
Three, 2, 1.
Anybody else want to do some keys with me?
After I push some, I can do some Augie stuff with you, but if anybody watching the stream wants to do some lower stuff,
2,
I think Sinister's looking to do. What are you trying to do, man?
10 plus.
10 plus.
Either
Maybe
on my
posting
hunter or my
community
monk.
too. You know, sometimes people are shy.
Chicken nachos. Everything out.
Not done yet.
Watch your feet.
but I am happy that I will not have to run the stupid dungeon that you're currently running in the next season.
This is a toughie.
3, 2,
Infusion's a toughie?
Oh yeah, Ultimate and Halls of Infusion are 2 toughest keys of the week every week. VP is probably 3rd. Well, kind of depends. Sometimes VP can be the toughest key of the week. Just depends on the week. But top 3 are VP, Halls, and
What makes them that?
the pulls that you have to do and the tight timers. There's 0 room for error at this level. Like, as an example, on Tyrannical, just the final boss, I mean, just the last boss, is at least 5 minutes. At least. With 0 error. And that gauntlet murders. You don't know how many fortified keys you get to where you're like, fuck yeah, 15 minutes, gauntlet easy. And then 2 people die and you're like, alright, key. GG's, you know. Uldaman, kind of the same way. Doing big, fat, tough pulls that require a lot of crowd control, and week to week it's very tough because of those narrow hallways and close proximity. So like Sanguine is everywhere all the time, you know, and like you gotta kind of kite backwards in some scenarios because kiting forward is pulling the next pack with this pack, and then you're just gonna heal the shit out of them. So it's like it's tough.
Gotcha, okay.
And a lot of interrupts. You start missing interrupts in Uldaman, not to mention the tank is stressed. Like, those crocodiles will eat you alive no matter how big a tank you are. Does not matter.
Or the bleed from the...
yeah, you gotta kite the shit out of them. You gotta go in there and hit them hard. So you have to hold threat on them, but yet kite the living fuck out of them at the same time. So, still gotta go in there, hit them a little bit, you know, getting 1 bleed's okay. Getting 2, 3, probably fucking dead on 23 plus. Unless you have an evoker to instantly clear the bleed. Yeah, Uldaman eluded me for a little bit just because, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to get time with pickup tricks. And Tyrannical. Those bosses are no joke. You know, like Snake boss, even the Beam boss, let alone you lose somebody, you know, like final boss. You get there and underestimate that boss, that's a big mistake.
I just don't like Boy because of the
And
second
Vortex
boss.
is just tight timer. I mean, it's reasonably tough pulls and a very tight timer. So you have to do risky pulls.
Well, like with no rubber?
Yep.
Gotcha.
No protection.
No rubber in the depths of Thailand.
Boy, they call it Bangkok for a reason, you know?
What? I shoot my load on you, you shoot your load on the floor. I'm sorry, what was that? For the first time I saw that, I'm like, oh my god, yes. He just gets fucked on. Stu just gets fucked 24/7. Holy shit.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, you know what? We didn't... we didn't use our second lust yet. Figured we'd do it on that elemental pack. All good, though. Honestly, we need to just save it for the pack before next boss anyway, at this point.
I know a lot of people will be happy that Underrot's going to be gone.
And I say this all the time, but Underrush is one of those that has complex mechanics. Like, it's either the easiest key in the game, or it's your absolute worst goddamn nightmare. Because it just depends on the whole group doing mechanics.
The boss you're currently fighting is the one I hate the most.
Why is that?
A lot of groups that I keep running into don't know about the gulp mechanic with when he spawns the ads. And they just run.
It can get real bad if they don't do anything about it, yeah.
And
the sacks and the frogs on them are just standing there, kiting them all the way around the outside. Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
But you're right, I see that in like 18s and 19s and stuff on alts, and I'm like, no, 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 no. You know, that is not how you do it.
Exactly. Then I do see some groups where they just DPS them down, which is great, but like it's all over the room, And
Also,
people-
good luck if you have a lot of melee. That's so risky, you know? Plus, it's just extra shit to do, right? And you can keep focus on the boss. And Sun and Gold is just the play. You're gonna get so many rounds of these ads on a bigger key. That's a lot of ads to kill. You know, because they got a couple million LD each. I mean, they're not super small.
I see a lot of people fearing them, and I'm just like, no, stop, please, no.
Yeah, that's not good. Spreads them out.
And then the dragons. Ooh, dragons.
Yeah, believe me, the next part's what makes me sweat as a tank. Yeah, for sure. If I don't hit everything gorgeously, I'm gonna get shit on.
Especially on Sanguine.
Yep.
Are you gonna do the dragon skip, or no?
There is no skip anymore. They nerfed that.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Okay.
Which is what makes this place by far the toughest one in the game. If it wasn't already with skipping the dragons. Used to do the mine suit and, you know, sneak by. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still ways to skip some of them, but again, risky and not worth it if you're not Discord with everybody and not everybody use their pot, you know? I mean, like, it's just so easy to fuck that up. Like, sorry, a couple of you use battle pots, you know? Like, can't skip. Don't kill underneath the dragon, no. I'll pull this guy away. Come back. No heals. Come on. Oh, careful. Yep, see? Careful. I was trying to keep him out of there. Let him know what I'm doing. Anarchy!
3, 2, 1.
I never understood why they put the mushrooms here when the poison's up top.
Here they come. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Uh-oh.
3, 2,
1. Not have gotten that any sooner.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
So much magic damage in that pack.
3, 2,
Holy smoly. Come on.
Wasn't that the thing for the longest time that made their tank the worst tank in the world because of the extra damage?
Well, yeah. And I mean, there's still, you know, its moments. Every tank has strength of weakness. Move, buddy. Don't kill me, kitty. Thank you. I have no cooldowns for this pool, so it's gonna be spicy. Come on, need my trinket. 2, 1, got it.
3, 2, 1.
Does your racial do anything for you? Or no?
Yeah, nose for trouble health. Takes reduced damage from first hit.
Okay. I thought it still healed you like you used to. Like you're active when you search for shit in your bag.
Stun these here and move them away. Nice. All right. No drinky? Okay.
Did you go get your Grand Expedition yak, Donald?
No, I need to.
2.
I think, well, I guess I have just enough gold on EU, but I'm, you know, like, I don't have a ton of gold. That'd be all my gold is my issue. Like, I'm tempted, though, man. You know, I hate not having friggin'
Quality of life, sir.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you get used to these things, and then when you don't have them, you're like, fuck. I guess it's a good thing I just did carries on stream and never did carries for gold back in BFA to get a Brutosaur, because then on my EU I'd be like, fuck, no auction house mount? What is this pile of shit? You know, like damn, I missed my
Really? I have to
so
hearth
much.
to go to an
Exactly.
auction?
I'm like, God, what kind of plebeian shit is this?
2. 1.
I was so sad that I couldn't get the Brutosaur. I was short by 1 day.
It'll be on the black market.
For gold cap.
For gold cap.
No big deal.
10 times more than I had at the time.
Get a 10th of gold cap and you couldn't afford the Brutosaurus?
I missed it by a day. Meaning that it... You know how they remove it from shop when the expansion lifted off? I missed it by a day.
Oh, wow.
Expansion was released and I missed it.
1.
Yeah, sad face.
So I just bought other mounts that I really wanted. And now I'm just chilling at like 200k between all my characters.
I know that life. Actually, 200k. Can you loan me a little bit? What are your interest rates like?
For every day, it's 100%.
Holy shit. Okay, I can't afford that.
But for you, Obama, since I know you, it's only 15%.
Hell yeah.
He's Bama, not Obama.
It does crack me out when people are like, Bama, and I'm like, really? That's what you go to? They're like, thanks a lot, Obamacare. I'm like, oh, God.
You all know Obama was secretly a furry.
Probably.
Why he was so
I
happy.
did see him at the Volcera meetings.
Why do you think his chef had to disappear?
Well, that was Trump's chef that had to disappear. Didn't they find him out back in the street?
Hit me. Okay. Yeah, he said dragon question mark. I just don't like putting Sanguine underneath the dragon. That's the issue here.
What? Why not?
So much fun. Normally, though, I mean, you would in this type of game. How about that? Playing a little safer.
2.
Since we're slightly ahead. Alright, let's go. Glad their health didn't reset. Alright, cut a break there.
I swear this gauntlet is favored towards melee than it is towards casters.
Yeah. Yes and no, right? Because you still gotta move out of shit constantly, man. Kinda just sucks for everybody.
But I thought you could just hug that pillar with your back to it and it just, you'll never get hit by
Again,
those.
until there's Sanguine there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or until you gotta move out of an Earthshaker. That's the problem, is like, I hate this Earthshaker. Once he's dead, I don't really care. They'll kill that back there, I hope.
I usually don't mind their shakers, but I play Blood DK and I can ignore stuns. for the most part.
Well, every 2 minutes, yeah. So I guess that one you could ignore, right? When you have 2 in a row, that's when it gets to be a problem. Also, not really good to count on that. If you're counting on having it and you don't have it, all of a sudden you're just a wet paper bag. It's nice to have, though. Okay, thanks. 2, 1.
Yeah, and the anti-pushback is great as well.
Yeah, just.
I haven't tested it in the Netherian player. Does it work on the Worm Boss to ignore the pullback?
Yeah, it does. Honestly, it works on everything. Yeah, I mean, it works on balls, mechanic, everything. Yeah. I've never actually had it not work on something before.
Okay.
It's one of those rare things that works on boss mechanics and add mechanic, you know, which not everything is like that by a long shot.
I'm glad that I have 2 charges of it. That helped a lot. I just wish it was lower cooldown. So I didn't feel like I was moving as slow as molasses every time I'm trying to catch up to everybody.
Right.
I would chain out my current tier set for movement speed at this point.
Go.
Watch your feet.
This is exactly the amount of time I went into this boss on 24 last week with Tyrannical, so I mean, plenty of time. Just got to be clean. They bring me to their 25. It's so hard to get into 24s, let alone 25. I'm like, come on. I hope so. Let me earn your job.
2, 1.
You're taking our jobs!
They took our deer. Nice opener. Let's go. With a 40. Might be able, yeah. Might be 2 more phases. Might be able to squeak it out in 1 more. Alright.
I'm sad I can't use my pushback on that ability. That would save so much time.
One.
Oh, nice. Priest, mind dominate the second one.
Yep. As long as you release it early enough to kill it in a timely fashion, it's good play. God, these orcs are a little dangerous. Kill, kill, kill!
One.
Let's go!
You stab it.
All right.
Right.
$12,000 avoidable. Yeah, I was like, I know. I'm like the king of dodging fucking avoidable. Ooh, underrot. All right, 25 underrot. Very excites. Gosh, it's like 105 degrees outside today. It's crazy, man. I'm ready for this hurricane to come through and at least cool shit down a little bit. Ugh.